Hey guys, Shibley182 here. About a week ago I did my top 12 Friday the 13th movies on Friday the 13th, so I figured to continue the trend here and this time do maybe my top 10 currently running TV shows. So TV shows that still have new episodes airing. And I'm not going to get into any reviews of these shows. I'm just going to pretty much count down the list and maybe give you a brief summary, but probably not. I just want to do this countdown and see how you guys feel and see what maybe your top 10 shows are. Leave me your top 10 shows down in the bottom. Also, in the bottom, I will have all the IMDb pages, the links down there for all these shows that I talk about. So if you want to go to the IMDb page and check it out, please do that. So yeah, without further ado, number 10, a little half-hour sitcom that I watch with my girlfriend every Monday night that I cannot get enough of. I absolutely love it, and that's How I Met Your Mother. And the basic premise for this show is you have Ted Mosby, who in the future, in the year 2030, he's telling his children the story of how he met their mother, and it goes back to 2007 to the present, and it shows his story as he tells it to his kids. It stars Josh Radnor, Jason Segel, Neil Patrick Harris, and Neil Patrick Harris's character of Barney is just amazing. He cracks me up every week, but I find myself being a mixture of the three characters on the show. I see a bit of my personality in all three of these characters, and I also think that's something that drew me to this show. I'm more like Ted and Marshall, a little bit like Barney, but not really. I'm more Ted and Marshall type of guy. But yeah, anyway, that's number 10, How I Met Your Mother. At number 9 is another little half-hour sitcom that I watch with my girlfriend, again, this time on Thursday nights, and that's Rules of Engagement, which stars Patrick Warburton and Bianca Kajulich, who most of you guys might know from Halloween Resurrection. But this is just a little show about a couple that's been married for about 12 years, and they become friends with a newly engaged couple who move into their building, and they're just kind of showing the ropes of marriage and engagement life and what they kind of have to expect. And you also have other characters on there. You have a character named Russell who's played by David Spade, who's just absolutely hilarious. He's a bachelor who was given a job at his dad's company, and so he has this endless amount of income that he blows on women and stuff, kind of like Charlie Harper, but without the prostitutes. But anyway, yeah, number 9, Rules of Engagement. If you haven't seen that, definitely check it out. At number 8 is a little bit of a documentary / black humor, black comedy type of show, and that's 1,000 Ways to Die. Each week you get maybe 4 or 5 little stories in each episode of weird and unusual ways people have died, whether it's doing simple tasks like driving a hearse and getting in a car accident, and the hearse flies out through the back of the car and smashes the guy in the head, breaking his neck. Just unbelievable ways to die. You know, there's this one where these Ozzy Osbourne fans actually decided to snort a bunch of red ants, and so on and so on. It's just, and it's narrated by Ron Perlman, so, well, it was. I don't know if it is anymore. I think they changed the narrator, actually. But yeah, if you haven't seen 1,000 Ways to Die, definitely check it out. It is a hilarious show, and you get to laugh at people and the way they die, so I enjoy it quite a bit. Number 7 is another half-hour show, but it's not a sitcom. It's more of a horror comedy that's made up here in Canada. I believe it's filmed in Winnipeg, and in Canada we don't get a lot of good TV or movie shit coming out of our country, so this is one I definitely want you guys to check out, and that's Todd and the Book of Pure Evil, which is the basic premise of the show is this kid Todd, who's grown up in this town that's run by Satanists, discovers he may be the pure evil one, and that this Book of Pure Evil is the only thing that can stop it, or he has to destroy this Book of Pure Evil so he doesn't become the pure evil one. But on his way of getting this Book of Pure Evil, other students in the school end up getting it, and the book wishes your wildest fantasy, or whatever you wish, whatever you want the most, this book's going to give you. It's going to tempt you with it. And when you open the book and read the passage, it comes true, and it always ends up being really bad for the person that opens the book. There's this one episode where a girl wants to get pregnant, and so she uses the book to become pregnant, and she just gives birth to this monstrous baby, twice the size of her. There's one where the only gay kid in school who's sick of being ridiculed uses the book to know what it's like to not be gay, and it ends up turning everyone else in the school gay and making him straight, so he's still ridiculed and picked on for being the odd man out. It's a very black and dark show. It is hilarious. I love it to death. If you haven't seen it, please check it out. Like I said, the IMDb shit will be down here. Please check out Todd and the Book of Pure Evil. That's number 7. At number 6 is another documentary-style TV show that's on A&E and the Biography Channel. And that's I Survived. I love stories of human survival, even though sometimes they are a little sad and not everyone makes it, but it's the one person that does survive. It's It's that heroism. It's that bravery. I love stuff like that, and I can't get enough of it. So if you haven't seen I Survived, check that out as well. It's just like I Shouldn't Be Alive or anything like that, but I Survived, I think, is the best one. And if you haven't seen it, I have to recommend that you watch that. At number 5 is another documentary-style type TV show, I guess you could call it, and that's The First 48, which I'm sure most of you have heard of. Follows homicide detectives the first 48 hours and beyond of a homicide investigation from the moment they're called to the moment of the arrest. If you're into law or crime or cops or anything like that, I'm sure you'll love this show. It's very in-depth, and I just love it. It's one of the greatest shows on television, and that's why I had to put it in this list, especially in my top 5. At number 4, it's a show I've recently started getting into, and that's the Sons of Anarchy. I blew through the first season in like a week. I got maybe 2 episodes left, and I can't wait to start the second season. This show is absolutely amazing. It's about the Sons of Anarchy, a biker gang in this little city of Charming, California, who has the sheriff's station, under their pay, whatever. They control the sheriff's station. They control everything in the city, and it's mainly about this guy, Jackson, whose father founded the Sons of Anarchy, and him kind of coming to terms with what he wants this group to become and what he wants it to be, and what he is deep inside. Is he this biker? Is he a loving father because he has a newborn child? It's just a great show. You have to watch it. It is up there, one of the best shows on television. I had to put it in my top 4, even though I just started watching it a week ago. So that should tell you right there how much I fell in love with this show. So go check out Sons of Anarchy right now. It kicks ass. At number 3, another show that I'm sure you were all aware of, and that's The Walking Dead. No explanation needed. Robert Kirkman's comics are the shit. If you haven't read them, definitely read them. And if you would like review of the comics as well, let me know, because I'm caught right up on the comics. I've read all 96 issues. If you guys want me to start doing reviews on the comics, I could do that. But yeah, just let me know. But anyway, for now, number 3, The Walking Dead. Absolutely kick-ass zombie TV show. The best zombie show or movie, anything in a while. So yeah, if you haven't seen it, definitely watch it, because it's way worth it. At number 2, this probably would have been number 1, but the last 2 seasons have been a little bit of a letdown for me. I didn't hate them, but they've been a little bit of a letdown for me, and that's Dexter. Dexter doesn't need any explanation. The serial killer who kills serial killers, kills bad people, follows his dark passenger, blah, 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 blah. You all know Dexter, and if you haven't seen it, definitely watch it. The first 4 seasons are the best. Season 4 with John Lithgow was probably my favorite, but 5 and 6 have been a little bit of a letdown, so fingers crossed for the last 2 seasons. Let's hope they can make up for 5 and 6. But anyway, without further ado, number 1, my absolute favorite show on television, actually shares a network with number 3, The Walking Dead, and that's AMC's Breaking Bad. If you haven't watched this show, you do not know what you're missing. Bryan Cranston, who plays Walter White, a high school chemistry teacher, is diagnosed with cancer. He doesn't have much time to live. He wants to leave a nice nest egg for his family to live off of. So he tracks down one of his former chemistry students and starts cooking meth. I've heard Vince Gilligan, the creator of the show, say he wanted to take a character, Walter White, from Mr. Chips all the way to Scarface. And if you watch this show, you can definitely see that happening, that by the end of this last season, Walter White will have gone from the everyday next-door neighbor, let him babysit your kids and walk your dog, Mr. White, to a vicious murderer, drug dealer, and methamphetamine producer. So if you have not seen this show, I cannot tell you enough that this is the greatest show on television. Please watch Breaking Bad. It is so good. I can't get enough of it. I am dying for Season 5 to start in July, and I'm also so upset that it's the last season. But at the same time, I'm very, very happy, because this is one show that's going to have a beginning and an end, and it goes all the way through perfectly. No hiccups. This show is right on the money with everything. Terror, comedy, disgusting shit, everything. Just watch Breaking Bad. It is so intense. It is such an amazing show. And if you haven't seen it, you have to see it. And I will not rest until I make sure everyone on the planet has seen this show. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope I didn't ramble on too long, and I hope I got through these 10 shows quick enough for you. Please subscribe if you haven't. Click on the ad if you haven't. I've been monetized and trying to make some money for me and my pregnant girlfriend. So yeah, click on the ads if you can. And have a good day, and I will talk to you later.